So we have a main straight, the longest one. We are coming to the first corner about up to 290 kilometers per hour, so it's quite quick. First corner is very quick as well. We are braking to the uphill, so braking point is very late. Very hard brake, turn in, bring a lot of in speed and go on the power as early as possible. Second corner is also very fast, just flat out with a lot of bumps. Braking to the third corner, it's quite strange and tricky because there are a lot of bumps and you need to check out your right front wheel to don't log up it. You need a very good exit from this corner and to prepare the car for the next uphill left-hand fourth corner. Very good exit is important because we have let's say second biggest straight on the circuit here. Braking downhill to the corner 5, a lot of bumps on the brake, so you need to pay attention to be really straight there. Turn the car on the first gear, very slow corner, and go on the power as early as possible for the uphill. Corner 7 is very fast. You need to bring a lot of in speed, just shift down once to the fourth gear and straight on the car for the corner number 8 and brake straight, bring a lot of in speed because there is an uphill, shift down to second and go on the power immediately. Then we have a big hill, let's say, going down the hill. T9, it's flat out, it's very fast and you have a lot of G's there to down and to the side. Prepare the car for the next 2 corners, which are really blind and from the car you cannot see anything there. You need to brake really straight over the hill and prepare the car to make like a V style for the exit for the next corner, which is downhill, so the corner is very fast and very important. Now we are coming to the last sector of the track, T12. It's very fast, you don't need to be so wide on the entry. Let's say it's easy. Braking to the third last corner, it's uphill, so it's quite late. Using second gear, go on the power, prepare the car for the second last corner. Entry, it's downhill, so it's very important to point the car for the exit because from this point, from the exit of T14, we just fled out to the first corner again. So the last corner is very fast. It's very funny to drive through because you cannot see anything and go there really fast. The car is very heavy and you have a big difference between heavy car with the fuel and the light car in the end of the race, so it's a very nice corner and crossing the finish line.
So finally here they come, the first qualifying session for FA1 Acceleration 2014. Let's take a look at some of the cars in their national colours. Venezuela's Rodolfo Gonzalez, yellow, blue and red, he's pretty easy to spot. Sebastian Balthazar, the black, red and gold of Germany. He's already chasing that quick lap. Red and yellow, that's the colours of Spain. Victor Garcia driving. And blue and yellow, Felix Rosenqvist, the Swede. Coming down this long straight into the first quarter. Huge braking and Michael Dorbecker gets it wrong. Manages to stop before the gravel trap. He'll have ruined that set of Michelin slicks, but no other damage to the car, it would seem. Also Corsa Italian Racing Red. This is Team Italia's Melker Bortolotti. Just take a look at this Portimao circuit. You're always climbing or diving. It's such a roller coaster. Watching Melker Bortolotti again, flying over the crest, left-handed off, flat out. has to nurse it all the way around the final corner, and that won't help his lap time. Red, white and blue of Team France. That's Sergio Campana driving for them. Team China, Olivier Campos at the wheel. And here comes our guide to the circuit. This is Richard Gonda. Yep, Slovakian's practicing what he preaches. Nice approach to turn 1, great line through the turn 2-3 complex. Here's our local hero, Armando Parent, in the colours of Portugal, and he's bound to be a crowd favourite. Let's have a quick word with Nigel Melker, the Dutchman, qualifying second in FA1.
Last week we tested here, and I had the fastest lap time, so we expected a lot. Then this morning in free practice we struggled a little bit, we were lost. But we keep on working and improving, and then in the qualifying we were P2. I'm not really happy because I know the pole position was in there, so yeah, you know, you want to put everything together and I didn't, so but let's see, tomorrow is the race and we have another qualifying and I need to go for the pole position and for the win.
Well, if Nigel's second, who's got pole position?
Well, we've had quite a nice session, I would say. Obviously, the track was a bit different compared to this morning, but we managed to pull everything together to have a really clean lap without traffic and stuff like that. So we knew that we had a good pace, we knew that we had a good car, we did a really good job. The team worked quite well for us during testing, so we knew that we had a good package actually, but that's not enough in racing. You always have to prove it, you always have to put everything together in qualifying. We managed to do it, so we are really pleased with the result of qualifying and we're looking forward to the race starting in pole position. Personally, for me, it's going to be the first race after 2.5 years in formulas, because I've been racing GTs and touring cars in these 2 years, so it's quite nice to come back to formula classes and be on pole position. And quite an experienced field and competitive field like here in Acceleration. So I'm really pleased with the result. I want to say thanks to the team, but we've got quite a long job ahead still to go. So we are looking forward to the weekend and try to do our best.
So Portimao is a really nice circuit for us, for my team, because we was here 5 years ago with A1 GP with Antonio Liuzzi and we make a pole position. Today we come here for the second time and make another pole position with Mirko Bortolotti, and I think it's a really nice place for us. I'm really happy for this performance.
So we know the top two. Here is the rest of the qualifying lineup, and of course that will define the grid for the first race in FA1. Race time approaches for the FA1 Championship and the tension is palpable in the garages. Final preparations are being made as the cars head to the grid for the start of this brand new championship. Mirko Bortolotti, the man on pole position, the Team Italian entry. The all-red car, and alongside him is Nigel Melker from the Netherlands. And in the blue and yellow, Felix Rosenqvist of Sweden. Green flag waves, and the season is underway. Looks like Michael Dorbecker right at the back, starting just before everybody else, but a sensational getaway for poleman Mirko Bortolotti. Leads comfortably as Nigel Melker takes up second place. Blue and yellow of Rosenqvist down to fourth spot. And he's been jumped to the orange, black and white car there. That's Richard Gonda from seventh on the grid. At the tail, Victor Garcia of Spain. Mirko Bortolotti deep into the hairpin. On board with Gonda, gets it all wrong. Is he going to lose a place? Yes, but only one as he comes back on in front of the Venezuelan entry, Rodolfo Gonzalez. Well, that mistake by Gonda might have been down to cold tyres, cold brakes on the opening lap. desperately heavy braking at that first hairpin, as there are several places on this Portimao track and several very quick corners of this absolutely flat blind over the crest, braking, turning. Driver really has to work hard here. There's your race leader, Melker. On board with Nigel Melker in second place. You can see the Italian not too far away. Having been beaten at the start for Melker, it's about strategy now. This first race, 30 minutes long, one compulsory pit stop to be made. The second race, 45 minutes with two pit stops, and the teams are going to have a big part to play in this championship, as well as the drivers. Bortolotti then leading by over a second after lap one. On board again with Richard Gonda. Fourth place after that first lap mock-up, but still a big improvement on his good position. There's the Team Germany car, Sebastian Balthasar in a three-way tussle. And there is Nigel Melker in second place. Such a great combination of corners there. Tight, twisty over the brow. Really demanding concentration, precision. Oh, and a massive lock-up there from the Venezuelan entry, Rodolfo Gonzalez. As Bortolotti flies down the hill and climbs the rise onto the start-finish straight. Melker second for the Netherlands, then Sweden, then Slovakia, up to fifth place now. That's the Team France entry, Sergio Campana. So he's had a good recovery from getting boxed out at the start. On board again with Richard Gonda. Three-way battle here for seventh place. The Team Germany entry. There is Sebastian Balthasar. He's in sixth spot. Battle for seventh. Portugal's Armando Parent. Then Olivier Campos for China. There's Spain's Victoria Garcia. That's seventh, eighth, and ninth. No refreshment yet for the drivers. They will be starting to think about pit stops, and first to come in, Victor Garcia. Looks a little leisurely though. I think that might be about more than just tyres. There's the Team France entry. Sergio Campana, the first to come in for a racing stop. Vital not to speed, you'll get a drive-through penalty. Vital to have no mistakes from the team either. This is the first time of asking. He's going for front tyres. Take a lot of punishment here. The race leader Melker Bortolotti comes in for the same. Quick stops all round. Team China entry, that's run by Team MoMA. Mostly teams got a couple of cars. Looks like the Portuguese team, Armando Parent, are going to run a little longer. Massive lock-up from the Team China entry on those brand new fronts. And there's ex-racer Piercarlo Ginzani watching carefully. He's running the Portuguese, Slovakian and Italian cars. So Melker Bortolotti, the race leader for Team Italy. Looks like Spain are out of the race. And there's been dramas for Sweden as well. Felix Rosenqvist lost time during the pit stops. That's always a potential problem. Let's hear from the team.
Yeah, we're not exactly sure, but we will not go on. The mechanic had to try with another wheel nut, and he had troubles to get that on as well. So it took about 40 seconds, and that's why we lost the position. On the good news is that we did a very good pit stop with Sebastian, so he went upwards.
Sweden dropped down to fifth as Germany moved up to fourth. So it's win a few, lose a few. Melker Bortolotti, though, had a comfortable lead. So he is still out front as Sweden try to recover from that pit stop problem. It's going to be a comfortable victory for Team Italy. Melker Bortolotti takes the checkered flag. Started at the front, finished at the front. Race one of the FA1 series goes to the Italian. Netherlands second with Nigel Melker. Germany third with Sebastian Balthasar. Well, all forms of motor racing can be dangerous, and to make sure that everybody is kept as safe as possible, Race Control keeps an eye on everything.
Well, it's a new series, so we're learning rapidly. A lot of sort of young drivers. One of the things here is actually the respecting the track limits, so keeping within the circuit. We've had quite a few incidents during the weekend, so we're investigating those. As soon as the race finishes, we look at the videos, put together the picture, and then if necessary we refer it to the stewards and they take disciplinary action. You've got marshals on circuit, you've got medical facilities, you've got rescue facilities, you've got race control, gathering information. So the whole thing, it's like a pyramid, the whole thing comes in through me, and then I do the final report.
Well, let's hope they all keep their noses clean in the second of our FA1 races of the weekend. Once more, the red car, Team Italy, Mirko Bortolotti, our race one winner on pole from Nigel Melker. Green flag waves. Oh, too much wheel spin from Melker. And from the Team France car, Sergio Campana. They both lose places at the start. And starting from the pit lane is Olivier Campos. Mirko Bortolotti got a fantastic run into the first corner. Big lock up from him, big lock up from the Venezuelan car as well of Rodolfo Gonzalez. It's the Portuguese and the Mexican car battling wheel to wheel. Bortolotti with a good run. This is Nigel Melker coming down to the hairpin under braking. And again with Victor Garcia. There's Armando Parent with the Portuguese colours so clear on his car. And the yellow and black helmet, Nigel Melker, working hard at the wheel. And we're all going to have to work harder in this race. 45-minute race, race 2, and 2 compulsory pit stops. And at that rate, Mirko Bortolotti might want to be changing his tyres after the first couple of laps. Unladen front wheel locks up very easily. So much G-force being expended here. Chasing the Venezuelan car down the line. Bortolotti with the lead. And how does the battle behind work out? Nigel Melker crushed down into the seat. You see the driver's body almost disappearing under braking. Bortolotti just keeping his nose in front. Felix Rosenqvist in 4th place. Again, another blinding start from Richard Gonda to put himself in Team Slovakia's car in 2nd place. There he is, cresting the rise. And Richard Gonda having a standout weekend already. Not a driver that many of his rivals will have known before, but they know about him now. 2nd place for him. Nigel Melker in 3rd. Blue and yellow car. Felix Rosenqvist in 4th. He's right behind Nigel Melker there. Melker in the Team Netherlands car, blue and yellow, of the Swedes right behind. Oh, again, big lock up in front. It's always good news for a driver. It means that the man in front is making mistakes and there might be an opportunity for you. And there is our Slovakian, Richard Gonda in 2nd place. First to break for the pits, Team Portugal, Armando Parent. And again with 2 pit stops, double pressure on the team to get them all done quickly and efficiently. And again, it's going to be front tyres all round. Although with a wheel smoking start like that away from the pit box, you might need rears next time. Bortolotti still leading. Olivier Campos. The Team China car having to start from the pit lane, always going to be a disadvantage. Fantastic onboard pictures showing you just how this roller coaster track works. And he was being chased by Team Mexico. There's the Venezuelan entry, Rodolfo Gonzalez. And pit stop for Slovakia. Getting out in front of Sweden, but the gap closing. There's some great pit work. Into the pit lane once more comes the race leader Mirko Bortolotti. 2nd and final pit stop for the Team Ginzani guys and Team Italy. And he smokes them away. Got to keep the speed limiter on though. Pick up a penalty in the pit lane and end any chance of a good result. Nigel Melker in 2nd place. Felix Rosenqvist battling for 3rd with Sebastian Balthazar. Both cars run by Performance Racing. Bortolotti comes back out in front. The German car Balthazar leaves the pit lane. And Richard Gonda and the Slovakian driver still pushing on hard. And this is going to be a feat of endurance for the drivers as well as for their tyres. Away goes Victor Garcia for Team Spain. It's Michael Dorbeck Mexican parentage, lives in Germany, racing for Team Mexico here this weekend. And Nigel Melker still with a chance perhaps to win it. In comes the Team France entry. Sergio Campana racing for them. Busy pit lane. With 2 stops to be done during the race. You want to spread them out so you don't overwork your tyres unnecessarily. Blue and yellow of Sweden closing in on 3rd place. There's your race leader, Italy. Netherlands in 2nd, and then Slovakia versus Sweden for the final podium spot. Heading into the closing stages, Team France in 7th place with Sergio Campana. Time fast running out in this 2nd race. Piercarlo Ghinzani, the ex-Grand Prix driver, watching his man comfortable at the head of the field. Last corner for Mirko Bortolotti, and once more the checkered flag will fly for the Italian. Team Italy make it 2 wins from 2 poles in 2 races. A dream start then for Team Italy. Netherlands, Nigel Melker, and Sweden's Felix Rosenqvist joining him on the podium.
The race was really good. We had 2 good pit stops and the pace was always good until I had a problem with the engine, and I started to slow down more and more, and in the end I had to really back off because the water temperature went up, so I really went out more or less in 6th gear everywhere. So yeah, it was a shame that I couldn't show them until the end that I was quick, because I think we really could have a battle for the lead, but yeah, that's how it is.
Well, we've had a massive start. I managed to defend the lead into the first lap in the first corner, so we knew we had a good pace. The team did a great job this weekend for us. After that, yeah, the pit stops went quite well. We were struggling a bit after the first pit stop. I think Nigel was a bit quicker, but then with the 2nd pit stop we managed everything right. The car was perfect and we managed to take the 2nd win home.
Well, that's it from the first weekend of Acceleration. We'll see you next time out at Navarra in Spain.